National Football League on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Falcons and the Chargers, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Chargers. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Southern California. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, Hunt. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Darby to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darby, open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, Darby. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Off the play fake, Darby. The Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And go with the points is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, Darby. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Here's 2nd and 8. Under pressure, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Throwing on 1st down. Darby. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Back to throw. Darby. He completes it to Ridley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Hunt. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Hunt. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kareem Hunt punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I'll guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. He's going to keep this again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Dances by him. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 39. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Ebron caught left side. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give here to Pollard. Down to the 25. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 8-yard line.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he stopped immediately there. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
It's 3rd down and 6.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Eric Ebron there to make the grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On the delay, here's Hunt. There's a nice move. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. To throw on 3rd down, Darby. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Our score after 1. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
That's a gain of 6.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah,
but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. He'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Atlanta now coming out on the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off around the 37. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Back to throw here. Touchdown, Chargers! A 5-yard touchdown. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Off play action. Darby. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Chargers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now Pollard. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 13.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Oh, able to avoid him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 62 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw. Going for it all. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about...
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run. This is Hunt. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
On first down, Darby. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They'll come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd down, Darby. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, as you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw.
He'll let this fly deep for Quinn.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He gets it to Cooks. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chargers are able to add on to their first-half lead. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Darby can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head east to Minnesota to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Chase Claypool, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for L.A.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Blankenship's kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. They run again with Hunt. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll set up to throw. To Thompson on the screen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Going to run again here with Pollard. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw on second down, Darby. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Derek Barnes in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Field, here comes Los Angeles. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Hard throw, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Blankenship's kick is good.
Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet
in trouble, and he's taken down. Grover Stewart in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. A carry here for Hunt. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, look at the juke. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 30.
Not one that I've ever met.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Pollard again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess Charles's first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Blankenship out for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Darby gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Darby. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. throwing on first down. Darby. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Back to throw. Darby. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense. That entire team, but really this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you use the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
The Falcons on third down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They put it up.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Slide for the PAT.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. L.A. readies for its next possession.
The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season. And the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
46-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Perez. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Oh, the Falcons fly in and they block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. 20, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Partners, you well know every blocked punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. Here's Thompson to return it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 18-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Let's get it.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0.